it's my birthday, so I decided to treat myself to something fun. And that is a makeup game called Paletteopoly. So this is from the company Ace Beaute, and this is my first foray into their makeup. But this is bringing the fun back in makeup. So I decided to order it and have a little fun. And I've already played this game as soon as it came in the mail. My daughter, who is 11, was super excited and wanted to try it out. So she and I played it together right away. So I've already tested it out and had a lot of fun. I will say the concept of the game, I love. It's super fun. I'm going to open it up and show you everything. But it comes with a palette, and then it comes with a card game, but it's like a matching game, like memory. And so you put the cards down and you flip them over, and when you make a match, that's going to tell you what color of eyeshadow you're going to put on. And so I'll open it up and show you the whole thing. But the looks that my daughter and I got were very different. We only got one color that was the same, but while it was very fun, it wasn't something that we would necessarily choose to wear in public because it was quite interesting. It's a very colorful palette, but it was so much fun, and you can create some really wonderful looks with the makeup. And the fun thing is, like, if it tells you where to put the eyeshadow and you don't want to put it there, then don't. It's all about just having fun. But so if you follow the rules, you can come up with some interesting looks. And there's definitely mattes and shimmer formulas in the palette, and my daughter and I both got shimmers that went in the crease and dark colors that went on the inner corner. So it was kind of a fun but different look, but it's a great way to experiment. And as I always say, the best part about makeup is that you can just wash it off and start it all over again, and tomorrow is a new day for playing with makeup. So let me show you the inside here. And the brushes do keep falling out, but this is the whole, I believe this is the PR kit, but you can buy all of the items individually on the website. Not affiliated, not sponsored here, but I did purchase this PR set, if that's what it's called, with my own money, and you can get the whole thing whether you're an influencer or not. You just go ahead and pick it up if you want. So you've got the box that has the palette and the game cards and game pieces, or the game papers. I'll show you that. You've got two different sets of lashes with, these are magnetic lashes with a magnetic liner. You've got 4 brushes and then 4 lip colors. And the rules also determine which lashes you wear and which lip colors you wear. So let's open up the box. So here's the game box. So if you want to get rid of that whole rest of that whole PR packaging, the game box itself is not too overwhelming and large. But the packaging is very fun on it. It's very like late 80s, early 90s, and so I appreciate that very much. So we've got the paper, which is the game pad, and it tells you you're gonna write your colors that you're gonna get from the memory match cards onto here. So we'll come back to this, but here is the game board, or the, what would you call this? I don't know, it's like the Yahtzee paper that you write down. This is gonna tell you what colors to put on and where. And then also in the game box, you have your palettes. And again, this palette is available on the website. If you just see this palette and you like it, you can check that out, and you don't have to buy the whole game. It's a really neat palette. And again, this is my first experience with Ace Beaute, but I had a great experience. I actually really enjoyed the formulas in this eyeshadow palette, and it is woman-owned and Black-owned. So those are all great, exciting things that we love to support. And here is what the inside of the palette looks like. Maybe let me hold it up on this side. There's a little bit better light. So you've got all these beautiful, fun, bright colors. Next we have the instructions that tell you, it tells you what the crease is, the lid, the outer corner. This is where you're going to be placing your eyeshadow. And I do love that it came with these colorful instructions just to help you. Of course, you can put them wherever you see fit, but to help you get an idea of how to make that colorful eye. And when my daughter and I played it, my husband did say, well, your looks really do look like the paper. And he was referring to this because we did have very colorful different looks. So it definitely looks like it's supposed to. You've got the instruction pamphlet. And it says, you know, it's a 1 or 2 player game, but really if you need 2 players, everyone needs their own set. So if you are going to play with multiple people, you all need your own set of cards for the memory match. So when my daughter and I did it, we each just took turns, and she did it first and then I did it. So really it says 2, but let's call it a 1 player game, which even better, then I don't have to have anyone to play along. So you get the cards, and on the cards you have, they have the fun graphics that all kind of match the aesthetic of the packaging and the palettes. And so you're going to place them all out on a table, or you know, on the ground, and then you're going to pick them up and you're going to try to get 2 matching cards. So let me see if I can get 2 matching cards. So on this one we have the little, I think that's the mascara tube. So you've got the mascara tube and you've got matching ones. So that means you choose the card with the highest value. So card 1, leg warmers, which is the shade in the palette, that's a card value of 1. And shoulder pads on this card is a card value of 3. So you would choose the number 3 because of these 2, it has a higher value, except for this card happens to have a trophy on it. And if it is a trophy, that is the winning card. Unless there's one exception. If you have a trophy card, but the other card is a value of 2, then that card would win. But in this case, the trophy card is winning, and so leg warmers would be our shade. And we would go down the pad, and that we start with the crease shade. So we write in the crease that leg warmers, and then the card value of that, which was 1, and you write that there. So you're going to go down and do that for each of the crease, the outer corner, the lid, the inner quarter, and the lower lash line. And then you're going to total up all of the card values and get a total score. And then at the end, if your score is 10 or more, you choose those bold lashes. And if your card value is less than 10, then you choose the baby doll, a little bit wispier lashes. And again, if you have 10 or more, you're going to choose one of the two bold lip colors. So those are these, got like a hot pink and a bright red. And my daughter and I both got bold, so we each chose one of these. And these are fun colors, but very bright. And if you have less than 10, you can choose between these kind of lighter, more neutral, shimmery shades. So that's very fun. Of course, if you're playing the game and you bought the palette but you don't have the extras, you would just choose your own lashes and your own lipsticks. So that's very easy. And then I'll show you inside the box. The cards do fit. The cards fit in the box, and then you've got your 2 little like golf pencils there that are even branded and everything too. Very fun, very well done. I really do appreciate the thought and the packaging that went into this. It's also going to pull out the brushes, so you do get 4 brushes along with the whole kit. So you've got like more of like a pencil brush, a big fluffy blending brush, a little bit smaller crease brush, and then you've got your flat shadow brush, which is great for the shimmers. And again, when we tried the palette, I super enjoyed the formulations, especially There are some really great mattes in this palette. I'm very pleasantly surprised with the formula. So I will go ahead and play the game. I'm going to do my memory match and play the game, and I'm going to fill out my card, and I'm going to come back and let you know what I've got. Okay, I got my first match, and that is Walkman and Mullet, but Mullet has a trophy. However, Walkman has a card value of 2, so Walkman is the winner. So that means I'm going to put the shade Walkman in my crease, and that's a card value of 2. So you can see the next thing we're gonna do is the outer corner on the next match. Walkman. I'm saying it really funny. I mean, I think I had a Walkman, but Walkman. I think I had one, maybe, but even I was a little bit too young for that. Definitely had like a travel CD player, a portable CD player that totally like skipped when you walked, but you could wear it, and it was so cool. All right, the next match we have here are the little false eyelashes, and we have the shades Slime and As If. The card value of Slime is 4, so that is the winner. So I'm going to write that for the outer corner, Slime. Oh, I got another match, and it looks like these are little eyeshadow palettes, and this one has a trophy, and this one's a card value of 4, so the trophy is the winning one for that, and this is the shade Grungy and a card value of 1. Now Walkman and Slime I haven't used yet. They're colors I haven't used yet, and Grungy I did. It was one of the colors I got before. And that's gonna go all over my lid. Oh, that'll be interesting. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so now I got the little mascara tube, I think is what this is a picture of. The card value 4 is Queen. That's the highest value, so that's going to go on my inner corner, Queen. All right, and I got the lip gloss, and the card value with the highest is Mixtape on this one. So we will go with the color Mixtape and a value of 3, and that's on the lower lash line. So now I can add up all of my totals and see what I got. Okay, and I got a total of 14, which means I go for the bold lip and the long lashes. So that is what my little card looks like at the end. Let me just pick these up so I don't lose them. I think all of these shades are new to me except for Grungy. So I've got Walkman, Slime, Grungy, Queen, and Mixtape. And I think they're all new to me except for Grungy, but I do think my daughter got Queen when we played. All right, so I've got the brushes out. There's a lot of a lot of packaging and pieces working on a small station here. So let's take a look. For the crease is the shade Walkman. This whole video is going to be me trying to figure out how to say Walkman. Leave it in the comments. Walkman. I'm saying it so many times that it all sounds wrong. So, wherever you are, where are you? Okay, so again, for the crease, I ended up with a very shimmery shade, which I don't love for the crease. That's all right. We're going to apply it. We're going to go with it. So Walkman for the crease, the outer corner is Slime. So this color right next to it. Again, another shimmer color. The lid, we are going with the matte Grungy. Then Queen is our inner corner. Okay, I got another shimmery shade here. So Queen is in the inner corner, and then the lower lash line is Mixtape. This is going to be an interesting look, but I'm gonna go for it. All right, I'm going to start with a big fluffy brush for the crease, which is typically how I apply it. Although using this shimmery shade, we'll see how it works. I know from trying it before, we didn't get a lot of payoff in the crease with the shimmery shade with the big fluffy brush, of course, which is to be expected. It has nothing to do with the formula. It just has to do with, you know, shimmery shades. You want to apply them typically more with like the flat like shader brush. So I can apply it. I guess I could apply it to the crease that way. So I'll start with the big fluffy, and you can see it's not giving a lot of payout because it's a light shimmery color anyway. I mean, it's very pretty, but it's just not giving much payout. So I'll do it with this crease brush first, and then I'll go ahead and go back in with the flat shader and see if I can build it up a little bit. I wouldn't typically use the flat shader in a crease, but you could also use your finger, I'm sure, but I'm going to try it. We're experimenting because, remember, the whole point of this game is to bring the fun back to makeup. And so that's what we're going to be doing. It's all about having fun. And I have to say, this has already brought lots of makeup fun to my household. Between my daughter and myself, we had a lot of fun. It was fun that we had something that we both wanted to play together. We are a big game playing family, so we do often play games together. But it was fun that this was like something very, very different. And again, my daughter is 11 and she's just getting into playing with makeup. She's really just, you know, playing with it and experimenting and having fun with it, learning it after school. You know, she doesn't wear it to school, of course, but we're just having fun. She knows that something I love. I was very into it as a kid. Something my mom always like fostered a love of for me. She would give me products to try. She would encourage me. She would let me do her makeup. And actually my sister as well, same for her. She was always encouraging and would let me do her makeup and things like that, and has continued to even into adulthood. So both of them were super supportive. So it's a fun kind of thing to carry on with my daughter and do it. So this has brought lots of fun. And my son had fun running away telling us we could never put makeup on him. So and that's totally fine. Either way. So I'm going for the outer corner now, and I will use the little bit denser crease style fluffy brush, not the big blending one, to go into that slime color. So that Walkman color is very pretty. See, I think I said it right there when I wasn't thinking about it. That Walkman color is very pretty, very light, not showing up a lot, but it is really beautiful. Be great in the inner corner, I think. So now we're taking the slime in the outer corner. And slime definitely makes me think of like Nickelodeon and my childhood watching that stuff. Like Double Dare, which my kids have been into watching, like the new, even though it hasn't been new for a long time, but the new version of Double Dare when there's still slime. So they've been into watching that. So that's been fun. We'll watch it with them and stuff, and you know, they know some of like the trivia questions and stuff, but it's fun that it's like actually their generation and not ours. So that's been, you know, fun having some nostalgia with them. And this palette has made me just think about that and appreciate that. So that's another way that this makeup is bringing fun and nostalgia back into my life coming up here on my birthday. So I've got this green on the outer corner, and I'm just kind of blending. Seem to get more on this side, so. This is a pretty shade. I do like this shade. Not something I would necessarily be drawn towards. Like, it's not like my first choice of color, but it's actually a very pretty color, and you could incorporate it. You know, it's something like when you're looking for a green, it is a very pretty green, like a great like floral, something that like if you're doing something kind of like floral, flower inspired, something springtime, I think it's a really pretty color for that. So, all right, here's how we're looking. Let's go to on the lid with the flat brush in the color, that dark green grungy color. And again, I was very pleasantly surprised with the formula of these matte shades. I'm going to try to make sure to keep my inner corner clear of this dark shade because I want to not have to cover it up, because I have to do an inner corner color here too. Oops, I'm getting a little messy. We'll just blend it. It's okay. So I'm trying to keep my inner corner clear, but I'm kind of making a mess with the shade. It is beautiful and pigmented. It is so nicely pigmented. Like, I barely had to touch, and it is, like I said, these are like nice, buttery, beautiful shades, and in both the cream or in both the matte and the shimmers, which I love. It's easier to find like a shimmer that goes on so creamy, that's not a cream, but it goes on so creamy, than a matte. You know, sometimes mattes are a little drier, a little more chalky, and that's, you know, sometimes just the way the eyeshadow crumbles because of how they are made. But these are absolutely like a pleasure to work with, these mattes from Ace Beaute. So I'm super excited that I ordered this game, because I got to try out the eyeshadow, and I actually ordered, they were having a great sale on their website, and so I actually ordered some other eyeshadow palettes that I get to try now too. So I'm super excited to have found a new to me brand. I forgot to mention that these products are also cruelty free and vegan, so that's another plus as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and go on the lower lash line with the color Mixtape using the little tiny brush. Oh, I forgot to do my inner corner. I'll come back. I'll do this, but then I'll come back. Whoa. Again, so pigmented, these mattes. Like, I'm just barely touching. And they still blend out really nicely. But, wow. The impact of these is so good. Okay, so I told you this is not necessarily the color story that I would have chosen for myself here. This is actually, I have to say, this Mixtape color is actually a wonderful lower lash line color. It's just a bit interesting with the rest of the colors that we've got going on. It's not that it doesn't go, but it's not necessarily how I would have chosen them. But, you know, now I have this palette, right? And I get to make all of the looks I want. If I don't pull out the game to play, I can just use the palette every day. So that's great. So it does double duty. For the inner corner, was that color Queen. What was Queen? Oh, that's right. The inner corner was the color Queen, is another light shimmer. And this is a pretty sparkly one too. So I'm going to apply this to the inner corner. If you're not familiar with the rule of eyeshadow, it is when in doubt, blend it out. So, oh, I made a little bit of a divot on that. I didn't mean to do that. So if you're feeling like you want to make it a little more wearable, take your big fluffy brush and blend. I'm going to use a little more Walkman because I feel like it just kind of disappeared with all the darkness. And then I will just blend it all back together. Oh, and I went kind of high, but oh well, let's go for it. Let's just go for it. All right, I'm going to clean up a little bit under my eye and put some lipstick on and come back to lashes. So now we have to decide between the red lipstick or the hot pink. Okay, should we go for strawberry shortcake or Polly? One day soon I'm going to do a live so that I can actually get your feedback in real time. Let's see. The eye color has some pink in it. Let's go with the pink. I gotta make sure there's no lipstick on my teeth because the last video I recorded, I had pink, hot pink, like this shade lipstick on my teeth most of the video. Alright, so there is the lipstick look. I do actually really like the formulation of this. I like the consistency of it. It's definitely more like a lip whip texture, but thinner than, if you're familiar with like the Beauty Bakery lip whips, those mousse textures, it's similar to that but thinner, which I like. I will say when I wore it before, it did kind of like easily transfer, so I had some on my face, I had some on my fingers. It kind of moved around a lot, but it does look very pretty. And I mean, lipstick, it's definitely not like a long wear stay in place lipstick, but I think as long as you know that and understand that, then that's totally great. And my daughter did try the red one, and I thought it looked really pretty too. All right, that means all we have left are the lashes, and I'll open it so we can see. We are doing the bottom lashes because we are choosing those fuller lashes, and I do think they had names. These are called Extra, and then the smaller ones are called Baby Doll. So we will be doing Extra. And again, these are magnetic lashes, and the liner that it comes with is magnetic liner. And this is my first time using magnetic lashes like this. I've used magnetic lashes that have like a top and a bottom and pinched together, and those were a hot mess. I never got them to stay on my eye. They did not work for me at all. So it will be interesting to try this. I just recorded last week testing the Kiss press-on falsies that go underneath, and they're little clusters. They're like little clusters. So I tried those, and I will share with you my thoughts on that, but I'm excited to try these and kind of compare. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the liner on, and then we'll see how the magnetic lashes go for my first time applying. I'm going to read the directions to make sure I do it right. It does say to prep your natural lashes with mascara and then cut the magnetic lash down to fit your eye. So let me grab some mascara and put that on first, And then the next step is to apply the magnetic liner as close to your natural lash line as possible. And then for all day hold, let the first layer dry and then apply a second. Make sure the liner dries first. And then 3 is to adhere the lashes where you applied the liner as close to your natural lash line as possible. Make sure the magnets make a connection with the liner. And then 4 is how to remove. This is gently peel the lashes from either corner and remove the magnetic liner with an oil-based makeup remover. So, sounds good enough. Let me grab my mascara. Okay, I've got the mascara on. Now I'm going to go in with the liner. Oh, it's like a liner pen. I thought it was going to be like a brush that you pulled out and it was more liquidy. This is a pen. I do like how this is applying, but it does feel the tiniest bit dry. Like I want it to be a little more liquid when I'm applying it. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a little warm. Like, I hope I'm not having an allergic reaction. I have very sensitive eyes, and I just hope that it doesn't bother me. But I guess we're gonna find out. Since it said to wait for it to dry to put the lashes on, I assumed it was gonna be pretty wet, this liner, and it's going on pretty dry, so I hope this works. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be that dry. Okay, so I feel like it's already dry. The moment of truth. All right, this one goes on. Oh, let's do the other. I want to do the left eye first because that's where I put the liner first. And I didn't follow the directions and cut the lash down first, so it might be a little bit long, but I didn't want to cut it yet. I was afraid. Ooh, it feels like it's sticking. I actually don't think I needed to cut it. Did that lash just go on in like under a minute after the last video I did of doing eyelashes? I'm not going to tell you how many minutes it took to put the little falsies on because you're going to have to watch that video to find out. So let's try the other eye and see if it goes fast too. Okay, these lashes, I would probably, like if I was going out for another day, I would probably use the other ones because these are like voluminous. But holy moly, did you see how fast that went on? That's insane. Like, I mean, I haven't tried other magnetic lashes that go on to the liner, but I think I'm a convert now. That was crazy. And so these are the... What did I say these were called? These are the extra lashes. So I've got the extra lips and the extra lashes. It's my birthday. It's fun. It's fine. Here's the final look. What do we think? So this has been so much fun playing with the makeup. This is not necessarily a look I would choose myself, although I do love the bright pink lips. The lashes are a lot. I would probably personally opt for the baby doll ones. Look how pretty those are. I wonder if we should try those on too. Should we try those on while we're here and see if they go on as easily as the other ones? Then you can see how I remove these. Okay. Okay, so they did come off pretty easily. I guess the test would be, I need a wear test to see if they stay on well throughout the day. There is like a little magnetic strip in the box that puts them back into place. Making sure I get the correct eye. So let's go for the baby doll lashes just to try them. Stop. How easy is this? This is insane. This is insane. Why have I never tried these? Because I was scared of the magnetic liner. I mean, this probably can't be good for our eyes, right? But I don't know. Just don't tell me. Okay, did you see how fast these went on? This is crazy. Okay, how do you think they look compared to the other ones? So these are the baby doll. Oh, we should do one on each side. Okay, there's one, the extra, and there's the baby doll. So one on each side. So take your pick. Which one you like? Just depends on your mood, right? Again, makeup is great because then we can take it off and change our minds and we can be a whole different person tomorrow. I do think taking the lashes on and off are not going to be the most secure because I've taken some of the liner off with it, so I could probably do with some touch-up. But overall, wow, how fast and easy was that to apply? Even if you count the time that it took me to apply the eyeliner and then the lashes, I will tell you it was a lot faster than doing the clusters that already had the glue on them. So anyway, I will link that video down below when it's out. It's not quite ready yet. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like and consider subscribing. I would love to have you. If you made it this far in the video, put the little guy with the party hat, the little emoji guy with the party hat with the little party blower, put that emoji down in the comments to wish me a happy birthday, and nothing would make it happier than if you did subscribe. Thank you again, and I will see you next week. Until then, take care of yourself.